Hello guys, it's good to be making a new video again. I just wanted to give you all a little update, I guess, and share a few opinions and whatnot. So I've been hard away, I've been getting the essential quests done. I've done Dragon Slayer, I've done Monkey Madness. What was the other one? Shiloh Village. Yeah, that was a pain. No, it wasn't a pain, but it took a bit of time. The only other big ones that I really want to get out of the way are One Small Flavor, which leads to King's Ransom for Piety, and there are a couple others that I want to do. So besides that, I've just been slaying away. Got myself 62 Slayer, and more importantly, I guess 70 attack and 70 defense, which means I can now wield a whip when I can afford one, and yeah, I can wear Barrow's armor, which just opens all kinds of doors. I can go to DKs now. I can even solo the KQ, which is what you can sort of see me doing in the background here. Now, as far as I know, nobody currently has a Dragon Chain, which is great. So if I can manage to get one, it will just be a great bank booster, and I'll be able to get a whip, black mass, cannon, loads of cannonballs, loads of potions, and just go for 85 Slayer. And I think if I had everything, the best gear, the best, just everything I would want, I could pump out 85 Slayer in about a week, which should be really good. I mean, I did have a big setback. Not only did I start oh 07, 4 days later than everybody else, I also had to spend a lot of time making my initial money, which came from runecrafting. I'm now nearly 50 runecrafting, which will be good because if I ever do need to make more money for KQ supplies or whatever, I can just get that level, go get some pouches, and I'll be making like 40 nature runes per run, as opposed to the 25 that I have been getting since 44 RC. So that's all good. A lot of you have been asking for my opinion on the post that Mark made. And I know you guys don't like me going too much. Every video seems to be like I'm going into the gambling side of RS. But given that I was central to the whole gambling side of RuneScape, I feel like I should probably give an opinion on it. The general gist of the post is he's asking the RuneScape community, look, do you want us to do something about gambling games in RuneScape? So flower games, pretty much flower games. I mean, nobody really gambles using cape emotes or the seals or whatever. But player hosted gambling in RuneScape, and there's a bit of a discussion going on about it. What should they do? It's a very weird subject. I'm not sure which side I fall on, to be honest. I'm no longer going to be involved in that. That is clear. I'm staying away from it 100%. But then I have to feel for, and this will sound really bad, but I can name 5 guys, right? And between those 5 guys, they've made between them more than $1 million in real life, real money, from hosting games in RuneScape. That is fucking insane. And I know people that have paid for college through it. I know that people that have, bought houses and put themselves in really good life situations through hosting it. And yeah, I get that there's real world trading involved and the breaking of rules, but it's given some people a real head start in life, and for those people I somewhat feel sorry. But then on the other side of things, yeah, it does ruin the game for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like it, a lot of people don't want it, and Jagex are talking about adding their own sort of in-game kind of gambling system. I guess there would be an NPC that rolls the dice for you, and you would pay the NPC and he pays you out. Now I think that would be really good for one key reason. I think the NPC should have an advantage, and I feel that that would add a much needed cash sink, and I think that would be key to fixing the RuneScape economy. But again, you couldn't just add the NPC, because whatever odds the NPC offers, player hosts are going to try to beat it. If that NPC is 60-40, you're going to see players hosting games that are more like 50, 45, 55, so that you're more inclined to go and bet on the dice hosts. I don't know. I really don't care what people do in EOC right now, because the game is fucked. But I really want to see it stay out of 07, to be honest. I mean, it kind of ruined EOC in a lot of ways, and I would like to see gambling games stayed out of 07. To a certain extent. I mean, I personally still love doing, having little bets with friends. Oh, I'll bet you a mil that I can do this, or even playing poker with my friends outside of RuneScape, and then sort of settling up a bet in the game, which is like staking, but it's like more skill. I don't know. It's like, where do you draw the line? Because before long, you're not going to have staking in the game if you start going down the route of removing gambling. So it's a very, very touchy subject. So I'd like to hear what you guys think. Honestly, I'm going to stay impartial, but I do feel that something does need to be done about the state of player-hosted gambling games. Yep, that is my thing, and I would like to again reiterate that I will not be hosting any games. I will not be playing any games. I'm staying away from that whole side of RuneScape. I'm just playing '07 to have some fun. So hopefully, depending on how good I get at doing KQ, I might do a live stream of it. Maybe that'll be interesting to watch. Maybe you can sort of sweat with me and when we get those drops, just cross your fingers. Well, maybe not you cross yours, but just see whether we can get a D chain drop on live stream. That would be pretty cool. I also want to get a fire cape, but my range is still level 1, and now I've wanted to avoid wasting time getting my range up, because I just intend to get a cannon and use that to just power straight through to 70 range while I'm doing Slayer tasks. Because I assume that wouldn't be too difficult, because you can use a cannon from level 1 range, and all you're going to need is some cannonballs. And so yeah, it is slowing me down a little bit with Slayer right now, because you get a lot of tasks like Bloodvelds, Jellies, Infernal Mages, things like that hit with magic-based melee, which means you really do need to be wearing Dragonhide if you don't have things like Guthans, and if you want to be saving money and not using your prayer and stuff like that. So yep, that's definitely a thing. I'm going to try to get 70 prayer soon too, but again, it's getting really expensive, so I might have to kill my own dragons. But again, I don't really mind killing my own dragons for 70 prayer, because combat XP is combat XP, and that's something we all need right now. We all need to level up and get in a situation where we can go and start killing. Well, even though there's only like 2 bosses, KQ and DKs, but even still, there's something to do. There's something that I enjoy. And I just really hope that Jagex do add God Wars Dungeon in. Fun fact, apparently God Wars Dungeon was actually released the week after this version of RuneScape, which really fucking sucks. And I've heard some sort of excuse from Jagex along the lines of, oh, we can't just add it to the game, we would have to recode it from scratch or whatever. But I don't know, man, a lot of players enjoyed God Wars Dungeon, and I don't feel that it was really the reason for the demise of EOC. I think even with God Swords and Bandos armor and whatever in PvP in the wilderness, I don't think it ruined things. If anything, rich players would gear up in Rambo. They'd wear barrows, a fury, a dragonfire shield, a whip, and they would go out there and show off and PK in Rambo, and yeah, that was kind of fun. I mean, right now the best you can really hope for is maybe a whip PK, or maybe get a set of Daroks off somebody. But yeah, man, would be good if we could get some God Wars Dungeon action, in the future. I would obviously, I understand that they'd have to make a poll, but I honestly can't see a poll not getting the votes, because I don't know, like, most people enjoyed God Wars Dungeon, especially before we had Nex armors and things that were just overpowered and that made it too easy. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. I think I've waffled on enough for now. So as always, until next time, take care.